Today we're talking about Fallout 3 Remastered. Honestly, this has become one of the most strange stories in gaming because I can't think of another project that has so much evidence behind it while simultaneously feeling like it doesn't exist at all. We've talked about this in multiple videos. Usually gaming rumors follow a pretty simple path. Somebody leaks something, somebody gets excited, a publisher either confirms or denies it, and then we move on. Fallout 3 Remastered hasn't worked that way at all. Instead, this thing has been hanging around for years in this weird limbo state where they seem to have the evidence to convince a lot of people it's real, but never enough evidence to actually put the debate to rest. Well, we're going to try to today. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Jimmy or Chaos. I read every single comment on every single video. I'm going to update you guys on everything Fallout 3 Remastered. Are we getting this game? When are we getting this game? Is it actually real? Now, the reason this rumor refuses to die is because it didn't start with a random social media post or somebody claiming that in an anonymous source. Also because people like me keep making videos about it because we want to manifest it into reality. I know, I'm the problem. Anyway, it took off during the Microsoft and FTC court battle when a massive amount of internal information became public. Most of us remember that period because it felt like every week there was some Xbox secret leaking out in the open. Now, buried in those secrets and those documents was a Bethesda roadmap that it listed future projects. One of those projects was Fallout 3 Remastered. Now, at the time, it was interesting, but a lot of people wrote it off. They dismissed it because roadmaps change constantly in the gaming industry. Games get delayed, priority shifts, studios move resources around, they get canceled, they disappear altogether. The reason people are talking about it today is because one of the other major games listed on the roadmap actually became a reality. Oblivion Remastered. It showed up. It validated. It completely changed the conversation around Fallout 3. Before that announcement, it was really easy for us to point at the roadmap and say, that's an outdated information version, right? Document. It doesn't matter anymore. Once Oblivion released, suddenly everybody went back to that document and asked a very, very reasonable question. If Bethesda was working on Oblivion Remastered all those years ago and that project eventually crossed the finish line, why wouldn't Fallout 3 Remastered be real as well? It doesn't guarantee anything, but it does make the original leak a lot harder for us to dismiss than it was before that. So what I guess frustrates me with the story or for fans is every time it starts fading away, we get another piece of information, a golden carrot dangled in front of our face, and it pulls us back in. An insider mentions something, a reporter references something, a rumor starts circulating, then nothing. Crickets. Months pass. Everybody forgets about it again, then the cycle repeats itself. That's honestly why this has become one of the most fascinating Bethesda stories to follow. It feels like we're constantly getting reminders that something is actually cooking and happening behind the scenes, but never enough information to put our thumb on it. So let's try to put our thumb on it. One of the most common names attached to these discussions is Jez Corden from Windows Central. Over the years, he's built a pretty solid reputation when it comes to Xbox information. While he hasn't exactly been shouting Fallout 3 Remastered from the rooftops, he has continued to suggest the project is expected to happen. The part people don't like hearing is what comes after that. Every time the topic comes up, the message is the same from Jez. It's real, but don't expect it soon. That's where the conversation kind of gets confusing because if the game does exist, why are we apparently still so far away from seeing it? And the timing is what makes the whole thing feel a little weird to me. The Fallout television series, it's huge. Massive hit, brought in millions of eyes back to the franchise and millions of new eyes. Fallout 4 saw a huge spike in players. Fallout 76 benefited directly from that interest. And suddenly, Fallout's everywhere. So from the outside looking in, felt like the perfect storm, the perfect opportunity to announce a remastered version of Fallout 3. You had the momentum, you have the mainstream attention, you have an audience hungry for more Fallout content. Instead, Bethesda, nothing. Stay silent, which makes me wonder if the project is maybe more ambitious than people reported on. A few years ago, when somebody said remaster, most people pictured, I guess, better textures, improved lighting, maybe some quality of life changes. Do we get the green filter toggle on and off, After Oblivion, well, things are different. Players aren't looking for a simple visual upgrade anymore. They're imagining Washington, D.C. rebuilt with modern technology, improved gameplay systems, better combat, updated animations, quality of life improvements, and something that feels much closer to a modern release than a game that originally launched back in 2008. How long ago is that? 10, 12, 18 years ago. My goodness. I mean, that's a huge undertaking when you stop and think about it. Fallout 3 released before Skyrim, before the Xbox One, before the PlayStation 4, and before Game Pass ever existed. We're talking about a game from a completely different era of gaming, and bringing something like that forward, there's more required there. There is. So that's really why I think there's a good chance Fallout 3 serves a bigger purpose here inside Bethesda's plans. Every time the game gets discussed, somebody inevitably asks about Fallout New Vegas. It's almost impossible to talk about one without mentioning the other. Former Obsidian developer Chris Avallone has pointed out that Fallout 3 would likely be easier for Bethesda to tackle because it's their project. They built it, they understand it, they don't have some additional complications that could come with revisiting New Vegas. If Bethesda tried to figure out how to modernize these older Fallout experiences, we would think Fallout 3 is the logical starting point. But the biggest mystery here is who's making it. Bethesda Game Studios has plenty on its plate. We got Elder Scrolls 6, we got the continued Starfield support, Fallout 76 updates, and whatever long-term plans exist for Fallout 5. Yeah, Fallout 5. We'll talk about that soon. That led to years of speculation about partner studios, support teams, outside developers handling it. Every theory seems plausible for a few weeks before another rumor comes in and takes us in a different direction. So at this point, it almost feels like every answer creates two new questions. And I guess for me, I believe Fallout 3 Remastered exists in some form. I do. Do I think it's on the shelf, done, ready to go? I do not. Did we report a couple months ago when we had that whole secret website thing with Fallout Season 2 and all that? We thought it was going to be ghost dropped. It didn't happen. I mean, it doesn't mean it's not close, and it doesn't mean we're guaranteed to see it soon. But there simply has been too much smoke for too long. The leaked roadmap? Real. Oblivion Remastered validation? Real. Credible insiders continue to reference the project? Real. In the conversation, we keep talking about it. The evidence isn't strong enough to declare a victory for Fallout fans yet, but I can't let go. It's too substantial to ignore. So here's where I sit. For now, Fallout 3 Remastered remains one of the gaming's biggest mysteries. And until Bethesda finally decides to talk to us, we're just sitting here with our hands on our thumbs asking the same question we've been asking since those court documents first leaked. Is it real? And when are we going to see it? So give me your best guess. I'm going to give you mine like I do on all of these videos. I 100% think it's real. I 100% think it's either done or close to done. I think we're going to get an announcement this summer. I think we could even get it shadow dropped, honestly, or it could be sometime early fall. It would have to be early because they're not going to drop this around the GTA 6 just hurricane that's going to suck everything up. Nobody's trying to mess with that at all. So I think we get it before, or I think we get it after, maybe spring of next year. But I do, in my gut, feel like we are going to be playing Fallout 3 Remastered within a year and a half. That's my prediction. Let me know what you guys think. If anything new breaks, I'll keep you posted. I'll see you soon.